I was around in the days when we did not have Immunize Nevada. But I think the biggest advancement or the most important thing has really been the development of Immunize Nevada. The efforts that everyone puts in place here, the education that's provided. We can't be successful long term without that effort going on all the time. This organization has had the biggest impact. And it is so exciting to see the organization today, listen to Heidi speak about what the organization is doing, and know that way back in the very beginning, a small group of us had something to do with building what is here today.
The fact that we don't have epidemics or pandemics, we just have outbreaks. And they're very few and far between. And that to me is the great success of immunizations.
Well, every year we host about 4 back-to-school fairs at the various malls here in Southern Nevada. Over the course of the 12 years, we've helped immunize about 6,000 kids. So really excited about what we've done just in the immunization arena.
We have a vaccine that prevents cancer, and I think Immunize Nevada has done a great job of educating parents about the importance of that vaccine, and we look at our numbers, it's astounding.
And I got started with immunizations early on, and they make such a big difference and have such a big impact on prevention and good health, especially if people start at a young age. I just can't think of anything else that has that big of an impact. So,
as a parent, I know that protecting my children against vaccine-preventable diseases are very, very important.
I actually think of my daughter Abby. At a young age, I taught her about vaccines and why it's important to get vaccinated to prevent illnesses. I found her in her room one day actually vaccinating all her stuffed animals. If I can teach my toddler about vaccines, I can teach anybody. So she started actually making flu posters for me to bring to work. And she drew flu syringes, get your shot, and started putting her own comments in there that will save your life.
I'm involved with Rotary International. One of Rotary's main projects, and this has been going on for over 30 years, is working with the Centers for Disease Control and the World Health Organization to eradicate polio.
Nevada Web IZ and Immunize Nevada, great partnership. It makes being a parent and makes getting our immunization so much easier.
I think for the state of Nevada, having some guidelines and mandates, particularly around Tdap, I think was really successful, because when there are large pertussis outbreaks, our population definitely does not experience the same bad outcomes.
For me personally, one of the most important bills I ever worked on as a legislator was creating the immunization clearinghouse. And a lot of people thought it could never be done. Nevada was one of the very last states to get the clearinghouse. But once parents understood how convenient it would be for them to keep track of their kids' records and how efficient it would be to make sure we weren't doubly immunizing some children, it really made a lot of sense to everyone, and it passed very easily.
The outreach in the state is just amazing. I think organizations like Immunize Nevada have done an amazing job of outreach, like increasing awareness for vaccine-preventable diseases, doing clinics and outreach to promote vaccinations, and I think that's been just instrumental in helping Nevadans and our health.
Oh, I think our HPV rates are really a remarkable accomplishment. I remember sitting down with Heidi and trying to understand, where is the resistance, why is there resistance, and I think the campaign that really went out to everybody, providers, parents, kids, made a huge difference in our HPV rates.
I think the most important thing is to stay motivated and don't give up. As long as we're using the most up-to-date science, and we can explain why immunizations are so important to protect individuals and the community at large, we'll win in the end.
in our hearts, we have to know the benefit of vaccines. If we have stories that we can tell about how vaccines have benefited our patients and our families, we should tell them. If we have children, we should vaccinate our children and show that we do what we believe. And then we should always listen to our parents and patients and answer their questions.
We need to continue to try to spread our message. And when we see incorrect information on social media, when we see rumors going around, but then I try to get out to them, here's what the most up-to-date information is. This is why you should be doing these things, and trying to explain to them in a way that resonates with them the importance of vaccines. And I think the more we have physicians doing that, the stronger our message will be.
So my advice is, don't get discouraged. We are out there, we're doing things, we are making a difference. And what we don't know is how we've affected a life 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
As a healthcare professional, it's our responsibility to make our patients and families aware of the impact of vaccine-preventable diseases and make them realize how amazing it is that we have vaccines available for so many diseases.
You will definitely have a day where you don't want to have the argument, or you're tired of convincing someone how important it is because it seems clear as day to you and you're kind of thinking I'm banging my head against a wall. But don't stop, because you just don't know when that person will suddenly, have that moment where the information resonates with them.
Just fight the good fight for as long as we can and keep making progress.